Hey guy, someone just dropped in. Please please say hi in the chat. Oh, two guys, nice. I'm here for a bench press session in the morning here. It's like 8 in the morning. If you've been watching these streams, I'm taking a bit more chill and just unstructured right now because I have to focus on my other work, other people's training than my own. So thanks for the like. Yeah, so I take two flies in one hit, we say in Sweden, and train some and stream some with you guys, so I get some work done on both me and the channel content for you guys. So now I'm gonna take a long time to warm up. I managed to sleep a lot more than I usually do tonight, like almost 10 hours. I'm usually in this high state. I'm usually fine on 6 to 8 hours, but I still, when I work hard, it's good if I can get more. And 9 to 10 hours, I'm so happy with there. But that means also that I've been still for a very long. So, gotta take my time to get ready to bench. It's always like this, when your body's slow like this, it feels like it's never gonna be like, I'm weak now, I'm weak today. But no, it just needs more time. You just gotta feel, not rush things, not force things. The flow of the state of the body right now. This was a nice one. I've never done it exactly like this before. That's the thing, when you understand the body, how it works, when you have like the key, the map to the body, you're not like even thinking, well, how do you train this? It's like you know what the body does, like how can I challenge it in a way that it functions? 3 people watching, hello. No one said hi in the chat so far. I'm asking you, please say hello, what's up? Please like the stream. So I'm doing the close grip Larsen press. So the idea there, make it more difficult, close grip and no leg drive. So you're not using your lower body. Of course, it's not mainly a lower body exercise at all, but when you're going for personal best, you do get something out of having good leg drive. But so you remove that, and the close grip, for a lifter like me, it's gonna always do a little bit more tricep action, but it actually hits, for me, it makes it more chest and less shoulder somehow. And the chest is like my weak area in the bench. So it is a good accessory exercise or secondary exercise for me. I got challenged by someone to take 140 kilo bench over the years over. So that's like 315 in pounds, 3 plates on each side. And I realized I'm not that far off. I just had to eat more and train more specifically for that goal. So why not start trying, just messing around a bit when I still have this more chill training period, like for the remainder of this week at least. Anyone there? Well, I don't know. Yeah, like the stream, guys, you were watching, and comment. Like, why are you just watching if you're not gonna like? So you don't like me? You just want to watch me, but you don't like me? Is that what you're saying? You know? Uh, yeah. No, I know. I know. I came up with this for my left shoulder. You may see sometimes if I stop when I bench press, you may see me like adjust because this shoulder comes forward sometimes. And I found the weakness in it, so I'm actually going to try to activate that a bit. Let's do that. Here we go. So you can see I can actually do it kneeling, so it's not that big of a difference. Hold it there. I saw that someone said something in the chat. I'll get to you. I guess I can do it while I hold this. Hello, just like the stream. Keep up the good work from Obi-Wan Kenobi. Wow, wow. Thank you, Master. Thank you. I consider I'm just a Jedi. I am a Jedi. I'm not the Master yet. You know, Star Wars has never been my favorite. Not that I dislike it, it's just not something I grew up closely with, but it's good. 4 people watching, please like. Please like, guys. Maybe it updates slow for me because I just need a one like. Oof, that was getting tough now. Go to 80 kilos. I don't think. Well, I'll actually see. I won't say too much. We'll see where we end up with weights. It would be cool to feel out this variation at 110 kilos, but I've also not been benching as much and I've lost weight on vacation. I'm like very ripped like right now. So I think I have 110 kilos in this variation, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm on the way to work. Glad you're doing well. Thanks, Alex. Please like the stream before you go. That I would appreciate a lot. It helps, guys. It really helps when you like and chat and comment. Please feed into me so I can keep feeding you guys the content. 5 guys, please like. Hello, hello, hello. I'll go do a set in celebration of numbers going up faster. Close grip Larsen press action here. It's feeling good. That felt light, really light. Add 5 kilos immediately. Maybe I haven't done as much with the bar lately, but I've done some new pressing exercises, like ring push-ups, weighted ring push-ups. Maybe they are finally carrying over to my bench. We'll check out later, and I've liked. No worries, mate. Thanks, buddy. Thanks. I think the update's slow now, the like count. I don't think it's the true one I'm seeing. Because now there was a like, and after that point, 2 people have claimed to like, and I see 2 likes, so that doesn't add up. Yeah. Difficult to sit like this after the searcher squats we did yesterday. Was happy, I was fucking proud. That's why I put out the video. In the moment I had taken more time to unrack the bar and stuff. And then when I'm going finally, I live on stream decide to add 5 kilos because I'm not afraid of the weight, I realize. I get afraid. I talk about the extraphobia I'm getting, but I'm choosing in the moment. I have a moment to pause and be scared or be courageous, and I choose courage, and I just went for it and hit it. So that was a pretty Chad move, if I may say so myself. look, guys, this with the bench pressing, it's not going to be a fun stream if you don't bring something in the chat. Like it's in the morning here for me. I'm just benching. I don't have too much to comment on this right now. Please choose this chance. Remember, this is always like you're getting a $150 consultation call. Like someone that I don't know, that's what they pay to have me like this. And of course, I'm not taking pauses most often than to do bench press set. But apart from that, it's the exact same thing. Think of the value you can get here. Like personally for you, what you're wondering, not just the general stuff that I know. Like the kilos. So unstable, that one. You have to be careful if you don't want it to be over. 3 people, 3 likes. Thank you very much. Keep it up. I don't know. What do the letters mean on your shirt? How's life? Oh. Well, the letters mean my protein. It just so happens that I found that I like their protein powder and like clothes enough. So sometimes, you know, every time I order protein powder, I just order a tank top or something. They just have the, you know, the proportions that I like. So that's why I have my protein thing here. How life is fucking amazing for me right now. Everything's just flowing. Just imagine, see, I'm optimizing everything in life. It's like these last few weeks I've had like kind of growth. It's like when certain things click in life, sometimes you can experience like personal development on a high level in a very short amount of time. And that's what's happened to me lately. It's like every day, I'm like, the day before, I knew nothing then. I know things are going so much better now. Like each day, it's just like this. And I'm trying to just remind myself that it's temporary, that life isn't always like this. But it's great, amazing. Like, there's literally nothing I would change more than out of like that I feel an urgency for some things to play out in my life. But this is the thing, when you see the code so clearly as I'm granted by God to do right now, it's like I can see that things need to play out. And time needs to be a factor, so I don't even worry about it that much. It's just that for my personal thing, if I should try to play God, you know, it's like, yeah, if some things were going a little faster. And then, of course, there's some, I have more optimizations to do in my process, in my routine still, even though I've reached a very high level, you know. See, I love this again. Live streaming and answering questions to you guys, helping out as the coach, doing my work like that, but at the same time getting in my own work on my body. I get some bench press work in, you know, these optimizations. Yeah, and so I guess, no, I have a good thing to talk about after the next set. I think here on 90 kilos, like I did 3 reps, I probably have twice as many, but I'm taking my time to really let the body, without going for a very heavy set. I'm trying to do more just moderate sets to really let my body start like that. So I think I'm gonna do like 3 reps 2 more times here, and then I decide what I want to do after it. If I want to try something heavier, or in fact go down in weights and do higher reps. We'll see then. This is the intuitive bodily wisdom, you know, when you just listen to the body. What is it capable of today? What is the smarter choice today? You know, not just looking at the program, but it says 3 sets of 6. Oh, but maybe it's better with 3 sets of 12 today, or 5 sets of 3. You know, your body will tell you if you listen to it. Let's do another triple here. And please keep the questions coming, man. Obi-Wan Kenobi, you saw that even your little silly question about my protein, I get something to say, right? This is what it is, dialogue, not monologue. I can't monologue only, you know. I'm trying to teach you guys how to be a great audience. That's the thing. Because the better you treat other people, the better you treat yourself. It's always interconnected. I think after Larsen pressing, I'll probably do some shoulder pressing. It's just gonna be harder to film from a good angle because I'll be pressing it higher up. But yeah, I'm gonna be bench pressing for quite a bit. So 5 people, 3 likes. So there's 2 likes less than there should be, at least. Danger. Looks like you are living your life right now. Yeah, I am, bro. I feel like I'm a knight on a quest to get my queen and get my tribe sorted, foster little new kings. That's what I'm doing in my Solar Knight Academy. Find guys that are on the same path, but that I'm just further ahead and can guide them to a similar place in life, create their own kingdom within, because you know the kingdom is within and you manifest it in the physical world. But yeah, for me, my tribe, and yeah, everything is just great now. And I love the more just I do things right, the less difference it is between doing stuff for me and others. Like I never do a selfish decision, and I never do like the opposite either. Like I am always helping myself and the other person out equally. And the people that wouldn't agree to a dynamic like that, I just don't engage with more than I want to. I don't let them drain me on energy. Just use my energy very productively. Obi-Wan Kenobi, have you tried streaming on Twitch? I don't think Twitch is for me. I think I'd be banned in a second there. They are like very strict. You know, they are fucking prisoners. Please like 6 people and 4 likes. We're peaking. Please like more. Yeah, but Twitch, you may not know, but I've actually been following a lot of streamers back in the day, just of a different kind, not necessarily fitness. And so I know, I've had a lot of knowledge about how these platforms work, even before I was on them like this. So yeah, I just don't see Twitch as an option. You know, I see TikTok or something as a better option, and I hate TikTok in general. There's a lot of toxic shit there, but it's always about how you use the platform, right? And I can see that maybe I could recruit some little solar knights that lost their ways, you know, by putting out some shorts there. But I just can't bring myself to do it. This is what I'm looking forward to when my wife helps me with this. Like I could of course hire people to help me too, but it's a dream too to have my wife involved in my project. You're right about the toxic stuff on TikTok. True. Yeah, true. The 2 different people that said those things. Well, yeah, but it's again. Remember, like everything, almost everything can be toxic and not toxic, depending on how you. So yes, toxic as a whole, TikTok is. But if I go there, my content isn't automatically toxic, right? That it would just be more about, is this really the place for me? But I think you can always make it to the right people. Please like. Remember our super chats too. Someone reminded me yesterday by sending me one. So that's always the option. If you don't have anything to say, but just appreciate this, you can always send me little symbolic number to show that. Let's do the last triple here. Oh, and then I have something to tell you about this. The solar soda, source of my energy for the start of the day, along with the sun, of course, with the sunbeams. If you don't have that morning routine already, you need the infrared light for the morning sun. It primes you, it prepares your skin for stronger sun exposure in the day, but also sets your circadian clock, makes your body work more like it should. Very important. It's not quite as sunny here today, it's cloudy, but there's still some rays that are gonna make it through. So you go out something, but you of course capitalize more on the sunnier days. I think it's gonna be sunnier here later. Let's actually try 100 and see if we want to do more than singles there. Otherwise, maybe just a bunch of singles at a 100. That's kind of good for a stream like this. Danger says, this man has so much knowledge to give for working out. Yeah, so you acknowledge that. Now it's time to you to ask, because I can't just start. I can comment my own training, but we're in the gym here and I have rest periods. You can ask very specific things and I might even be able to show you on camera. It's like crazy value I can give you here and still people aren't using it. I don't understand. Like, you have all these ego excuses for it. It's a funny guy writing to me, texting me. I should take the sound off on this, on notifications like that. What was I even saying? Yeah, I mean, you probably have, no, I just enjoy watching. I don't have any questions. Obi-Wan Kenobi, what do you think about push-ups? Like, that's a great question. Now I have a take to give, So when you're starting, for as long as you can, we're thinking just regular push-ups. And, form whatever, whether you have the elbows here or more here, doesn't really matter. Just switch the focus a bit. So as a whole, for the exercise, when you can't do 30 reps in a row, and like honest reps, you can always, it depends on how cheaty you do them, right? But when you can't do 30, when you can do more than 30 reps, then like, it's not really productive exercise for building muscle anymore if you're just doing them on the floor. But progressions of the push-up is great, because with the difference here, with a bench, it's like the shoulder blades, it's a little bit more difficult to get them to move like naturally. But when I do a push-up, it's because in the bench press, many think we should be like that, retracted all the time, but we're supposed to be that at the bottom, like when we're down here. But when we come up, we're supposed to just a little bit, not all the way like that, but just a little bit push our shoulders forward. And that happens more naturally in push-up variations when you're on the opposite direction. So they are great, and you can regress and progress. For someone, a lady watching, for instance, that can't maybe even do them on their toes, great then. You have the opportunity to treat this as a compound exercise even when you're on your knees. And then you start there, and then you can put your feet to the ground. But then when you make it more difficult, you, for instance, elevate your hands so that the floor isn't in a way, long range of motion, a big difference in how difficult it is. I've more recently done ring push-ups. Then we have more the freer movement too, and the stability aspect, and I've weighted them. I've hung a weight belt so I have the weight hanging like that. So that's my take on push-ups. Push-ups are fucking great. You just have to understand, use them on your level. Like, yeah, when I was training back at home, back in the day, I'm telling you stuff. I'm trying to help people not make the same mistakes, do better choices in the cases that I could have done it. And I kept doing push-ups when I could do like 50, 60 per set. And that was just unnecessary. I could have just come up with a way to make them more difficult and do fewer reps. And that would have been more in line with my results. But I didn't have many options, and I wasn't, even though I was still a smart guy, I just hadn't figured out, I hadn't tried so many different things that it's just more unclear. Like the choices are more, the options are more invisible to you like that. So please like the stream. Solar soda. I'm gonna do a single at least on 100 kilos, then I'm gonna tell you a bit about that. I'm mentioning it on every stream that you find yourself so repetitive because you have to repeat so many things because everyone isn't watching every stream. But I guess the people that watch every stream you do will be like, this fucking thing again. He's talking about that again. And then, what they don't see is like 20 other people come and ask the question they've heard the answer to many times. Okay, this is how I do it. Keep questions coming. That was a great one about push-ups. Simple little questions like that give me a whole take. That's great. 100 kilos. That felt easy, very easy. I think we're gonna go try 110, but not quite yet. Yo guys, what's up? I'm looking forward now to see all the new questions in the chat. There we have one actually. Would consistency of an easy number of push-ups be better or more work during an exercise? Let me try and decipher what you mean there. Would consistency of an easy number of push-ups be better or more work? So you mean that you consistently do not super high effort push-ups, if that's better than inconsistently doing harder push-up sessions, or is that what you ask? Well, I would just say that consistency is necessary either way, because anyone could go smash a workout, do it pro style at their level, you know, train so fucking hard they could, but if it was the only time, it was no time. But consistency, even if you train less than optimal, there's always, you know, you have to make the wins more than losses so that you do progress. But then within that area, you can, of course, optimize and do better and better progress. So, you know, if it's too easy effort of even your consistency with push-ups, then it's more just like a health routine. You're pumping some blood through, you know, it's going to be good for your mobility and recovery for those muscles involved in a push-up, but it won't really make you stronger if it's too easy. I hope that was a decent answer. Okay, doing it way harder than usual and then having a 3-day break, or just doing an exercise for your level every day. You know, bro, both could work. It's the balance then, you know, as you understand yourself, if you do it every day, you can't even do it as hard as you would if you did it every 3 or 4 days. So it's the balance. Let's just say that. For you, find what you like the most, but there's a balance and options in between there too, right? There's always, you manage these like volume, intensity, frequency, they can all be tweaked in accordance with each other and further optimized, but there are limits on each end of both, right? So yeah. How many days a week do you work out? Obi-Wan Kenobi asks. I love that Obi-Wan Kenobi is here and asking me for training tips, you know. I mean, that depends on what you mean. People think of training as I have to go to the gym and get my workout in. I move and exercise and use my body every day, like with some stuff that people view as training. Like I will do some kind of push-ups or dips or pull-ups or stretches, dynamic stretches, but I don't view that as my actual training. That's just movement. That's just health. That's just like eating healthy food, moving with your body. And so my actual workouts with my splits are, at this point, now I'm kind of freestyling it a bit, but actually 5 days that I consider these are my training workouts to work towards my like strength and physique goals that I have to put in harder training for. That's 5 per week right now. But even on those days, I will do other movement. I go out swinging my club every other day on average. Maybe I go out for 15 minutes with my fucking 10-kilo club and swing it around. And yeah, be an individual. Homie, I'm glad I'm up late here in the US. Yeah, that's, you know, it's the tough thing for me because one side of me wants to say, go to bed. What the fuck are you doing up? But if this is the best thing you could be doing, at least, right? Watching me and supporting me. Please like the stream, guys. Please like it. Vader, how to motivate yourself to work out? Look, I want to. I don't need to motivate myself. I would have to motivate. When I need to rest more and I overtraining, I need to motivate myself to not train. Because I have a higher value. I am the solar king, or I'm the aspiring solar king, the solar prince of the solar knights, with his army that he's the general of. I need to be better. I need to be best. That's my highest value. I refuse to be less than I could be. I want to. It's an honor and a privilege to have the option that I get to train with this extremely comfortable equipment. You know, it's like it's like breathing. I need to do it. And so when I don't need to motivate myself, it's like when I take on new little things that I'm not used to, might need a little bit, but the more and more you recognize the pattern of how things have to work to achieve your goals. It's never instant gratification. It's sticking to the process with a big P, long term. That's like, yeah, I don't have to find motivation anymore. This is my life. This is who I am. I have to motivate myself to do anything else than this. That's what I've had to do this week. I've wanted to train more. I'm like, I'm doing too little. But I'm like, no, bro, you're doing good work and your body is telling you it's good to rest right now. You're still training. Just take it chill. Allow yourself to chill a bit. I have to motivate myself to chill with my training. I hope that answers your question. SV, submit to the Solar King. Thanks, Simon. I know I gave you a little ego strike yesterday, and that's very big of you. That is very Chad and Alpha of you to come and say. So, Obi-Wan Kenobi, how did you come up with the name Solar King? Well, everything is so fucking epic in my life, guys. Do you understand how much I have to contain my ego? When my name is Theo, people call me Theo, which literally means God, but it's really Theodor, the gift from God. And I have these experiences, like sometimes I've thought that I'm Theo, but Theo is just my nickname, but out of convenience, I'm actually Theodor, just a man, just a son of God. The reminder I've had to learn a few times now. But my bro, Sim, I had on the channel, if you hadn't watched a podcast, 2.5-hour discussion between him and me interviewing him, but we're both talking, but a great one. You should watch that one. Please 10 guys, please like the stream. Please like the stream. Please send a super chat to show your support if you want to. I would appreciate it. No, but Sim called me when I talked about that state that I'm in right now. When you just show up and you make people smile, you have interactions and conversations with people all the time. People give you things. People want to give you things, and you are giving people things all the time. You're just beaming like the sun. You're the life energy for so many people. The Solar Knight, he dubbed me on a voice message, and I just took it to heart immediately, like, fuck yeah, that's who I am. I'm out in the sun trying to do righteous things and be just a Chad, just a cool guy, just someone you want to be around, someone that uplifts you and help you, and have the armor of muscle, that they built. And it's not only about aesthetics, it's functional. It's to protect you and serve you in the world when you're out on your quest. I can rant on this so naturally because it feels like me. I am the Solar King to be. I am a Solar Prince. It's when I let my ego get too far. To be honest, I'm not the king yet. I can tell myself I'm the king as something to work and aspire towards, but I am the Solar Prince. Yeah, I'm walking the golden path between the darkness and the light. The darkness will always be there. I have allowed myself to get that little shard of darkness in me to come out. When I've been in this high state before, that's how it's ended. That's how I've been pushed down in the dirt again, to have to go through the struggle again and be like, okay, I get it now. Better do the right thing, even though it feels terrible. I'd be rewarded in the end. I don't think so. It doesn't feel like it. It's not my experience. This is never-ending hell. But then it came back, and this time I almost got ahead of myself. But I faced my biggest fear, actually. After having gone too far with my woman, my Solar Queen to be, 97% of what I do is good on average, but 3% ego I still have. And it came out with her, and she's like the perfect fucking thermometer. Even when it comes out less with her, if it comes out 0.1%, it shows. She reflects that to me. She reveals my weakness. Please like the stream, guys. You are dropping in. We're 11 people. And I told her my biggest fear, my heart was pounding. I told her that my biggest fear is losing her. That when I think I'm losing her, my world ends. That's literally what it is, guys. My whole fantasy of the Solar King, it becomes a fantasy then. And I just want to submit to the darkness. But I have not allowed myself to stray from the path. Like a little stumble on the road, but not more than that. And now I think I'm sticking to the path finally, that golden path. Not the ego path, neither the high and mighty, arrogant ego or the low and self-hateful ego, that golden path. in between. That's where I'm at in life. You guys, on the golden path. Oh, thank you for the $1 super chat. You know, you say not much, but enjoy. I understand why you say that, but you know, I appreciate the gesture. It's like you understand that it's not the money in and of itself. Like if you could send me a fucking little flower through the screen that cost 50 cents. That would mean more because you sent me a flower, or you know, it's like it's the gesture, but it always. It's not that it's money, you understand, but money is one of the many things that makes your thank you mean more. That means you're actually making an effort to give me something as a token of your appreciation. This is what I'm learning more and more with money, that making sales very easy for me. Because I know that every deal I come up with a person, you know, it's a different price, my coaching for a different person. It depends entirely on the way they treat me. That I understand how much I need to charge them to balance out our relationship, you know. Someone who has done a lot for me, everything I asked of and never gone against their word, they're gonna get the very cheap price. But the person that comes to me and keeps coming to me, even when they've mistreated me many times, they are gonna get the higher price. That's how it works. Simon says, yeah, I have to pay extra. No, bro. You know, you would get, right now, I'll tell you, you would get my base rate that I have, that I'm not going to say out loud here. Please like the stream, you know. You're going to get my base rate, the one I'm offering everyone at first now, because you proved yourself by taking the ego hit I gave you yesterday and coming here with the attitude you have now. You admit that there was something to what I was saying. You have now proved, but you could now prove yourself, mainly right now, to be worse, you know, and have to pay more. But you could, though, in some unexpected way for me right now, because I have nothing to give you as a challenge or anything, but you could prove yourself even further and make me lower the price. It's amazing, guys. It's so much fun doing business like this when you feel like you're not using or trying to trick anyone. It's literally the fair price for the person. Oh yeah, thanks, Danger. 2 more people to like for the magic 10 likes. Yeah, we need to get this chat onto the algorithm. Thanks, bro. I appreciate that. I'll tell you about the solar soda. I keep saying it, but you guys, you're good in the chat. You're making me go on different other tangents. So I'll tell you about this 50% coconut water, 50% orange juice that I have before my 8-hour intermittent fasting window in the day to support me through my workout mainly, you know, but also being out in the sun if it's a hotter day. And I have sodium that I just don't pour in. I take it pre-workout if I'm training. Nice, 9 likes. The last one we need. 11 people watching, 9 likes. The balance there, guys. The drink sounds delicious. Yeah, it's amazing, bro. I feel my body works so well. It's giving me such pure signals of what it needs. And it's so, yeah. And Simon, just because I kind of saw what you said there before, no real ego hit. You were correct. I was too arrogant with too less consistent results to show for it. Yeah, bro, but I'm saying maybe if you didn't take it hard, that's great, you know, but I mean, it was still me swinging on to your ego, right? And maybe because we haven't been in touch in a while, maybe it turns out you have your ego has shrunk a bit and you're maybe more like, yeah, that stings a little, but you're right, kind of. Okay, 100 kilos, it was easy. I'm gonna go for triple, and from that I'll decide what to do next. Close grip Larsen press. I think 110 kilos with this variation is just on the limit, but I kind of need to try it. It's one of those that I could fail live on stream, but it's exciting, guys. I'll do that for you. It was exciting. I'm so proud again of raising the weight on my searcher squat yesterday live on stream, handling it like a fucking boss. And it's beautiful, beautiful when you can tell these pompous stories about yourself, and they're true. That's what it's all about, guys. Sync what you say in the world, your words with your actions. The more in line those are, no matter what you're doing, the better things are just gonna be for you. No fucking lying to yourself. It's okay to not be perfect. It's okay to struggle. It's okay that others are further ahead than you. Just be. 9-9. Be an individual. Maybe I shouldn't watch this on a dry fast. You mean when I drink the solar soda? Yeah, man. That would be the. That would be. Please, what you should do. See it as a reward. If you get tempted now, but that is what you should be breaking your dry fast with. It's a great dry fast breaker, actually. Just have some sodium with it, and it's perfect. You could have the baking soda, of course, too. Bicarbonate, sodium bicarbonate. Come on, what happened there? Danger. All right, I'm a head out. Thank you for the motivation and answer. Well, thank you for your support with the $1, but also with just talking to me in the chat and being here and your kind words. Much appreciated, King. Congrats on the lift, Simon says. I knew I had that one. Now, the next one you can congratulate me on if I do it. That's pretty much where we are. But let me tell you more about the solar soda. I've realized that it's not this black and white that, if you eat on a daily deficit, you lose muscle. Hej då, Simon. If you eat on a daily deficit, you lose muscle. If you fast, you don't, that it would be dangerous for your muscle loss to keep having some calories, even if it's very low. But I think 200 calories, this I could probably drink on I'm gonna do some kind of prolonged fasting experiment while I invite you guys to be with me. That when we'll do that, we'll not drink more than a liter of this. That's 200 calories. But it's just so rehydrating and good with electrolytes. I'm not saying it. People have done the thing with a juice cleanse. You juice cleanse. I don't believe into that shit at all. If you want to cleanse something, the more you want to cleanse, the less you put in your body, But for the specific purposes of just well-being and keeping the metabolism going for a bit on the fast, I think it's actually productive. So that's the experiment I'm gonna invite you guys on, but I'm doing it with my intermittent fasting now. This doesn't break my fast. The 200 calories from this, it's around lunchtime, around 12 it's going to be interesting. I'm thoroughly enjoying it so far. I mean, the experiment phase is almost over. This is just something I'll be doing at least in the summer. But if I'm in Sweden in the winter, which I most likely won't be, I will actually be moving to Southern Europe, most likely within 3 months. That's the goal, at least. So, yeah, we'll see. Obi-Wan Kenobi, how long is intermittent fasting? So you mean mine, I guess, because you can do many different I just like it for everyone, even people that doesn't do fasting like I do, to be thinking of it as I have an eating window and a fasting window, even if that was 12 hours, 9 to 9, for instance. Just because it's going to help you with some good rules and structuring up your diet. You should be viewing everything you have as a budget. Your time, your money, your attention, your energy, your different energies, etc. So my intermittent fasting window, to reply to your question, is basically 16-8. I fast for 16 hours a day and eat for 8 hours. And I'm not rigid about that. That's kind of the foundation. It could be more or less depending on the day. The total amount of food is still more important. And that's what I'm realizing now more and more. That's why I'm also allowing myself this little thing. That would break certain aspects of the fast, but some not. You got to realize it's not black and white either, this with fed or fasted. Certain processes, mainly for thinking digestive processes from the fast. Of course, there's still something passing through there, right? Can someone hype me up a bit for this lift? I mean, it's like I'm trying to challenge myself and get scared, get excited for the lift. I'm telling you, I might fail this lift, and you might have to see me do this thing. Fucking, you know, it's gonna be a shockwave here. And you're just watching. Just watching the stranger that I am to you if you're not saying anything. And I am a crazy person, just talking to myself in the gym. I hope. I hope I don't fail. Like the stream if you haven't already. Thank you for the $2 super chat, Obi-Wan Kenobi. $2. Thanks so much for the great advice. Thank you. Thank you for bringing the questions. This is again why you can get $150 worth of answers to your questions for $2. Because you are also bringing something apart from your $2. You're giving me content. You know, you're giving me something to talk about. For all those people that are too afraid to ask their own questions, you're at least giving me something to talk about for them. So you're helping us all. Thank you, bro. This is the Chad way. You know, you have to, in relationships, no matter on which level, how close, and like even the viewer content creator relationship, you know, there is a balance, and in this case it is that I give like 97%. It's the 97% rule for me always, you know, but I need those 3% back. That's it. That's all. I'm gonna go for this soon, fueled by the $2. I made $2 from this lift. I can see it as, you know, I got it either way, but yeah. I mean, I think I'm ready for it. Oh, I put the clips on the side. That's good that I saw, because I definitely shouldn't have those on, because I'll have to drop the weights to the side. Okay, guys, wish me luck. In your heart, if you don't dare to say it in the chat. Yeah, I thought I had it, but I needed to grind it a bit. Yes, 10 likes. That's the goal of the stream, I guess. Yeah, guys. With that, what do I even want to do next? Does anyone have any idea? I think I'll just back off with like a rep set at 90 kilos, rep out as many reps as I can. If I could get 10, that would be great. I think 8 to 10 is probably reasonable. Then maybe a shoulder press. Like, I can actually keep the stream going for quite a bit, but maybe it's not good actually for the people viewing afterwards. Maybe it's actually good to keep it a little lower volume. Like an hour, I think, is a pretty good stream length. What do you think, guys? Do you want me to keep streaming longer? You have to let me know in the chat then. Even if you're not going to bring the questions, you have to say something, some input to Theo, so that he knows what the best thing for us all will be. Do you understand? $110 kilo close grip Larsen press. You know how not proud of that I am? I think it's way too low. Way too low. Like, I'm not beating myself up for it at all either. It's just that I'm not even 1%, I guess 1% proud, but not more. This physique though, pretty good. Succulent. I need to chill for a bit for the next set. Is it always that the people that talk, they talk and stick around for as long as they can, and then all the, and thanks for the good luck, Obi-Wan Kenobi, then all the people who are just quiet stick around. And you even stick around while I'm telling you off for being so quiet. Do you like getting told off by dad or something? Is it some kind of like, is it sexual? Is it a fetish like that? I guess I'll just go for the rep set, but if I go for it now, it's very unlikely that I get 10, but it's fine. You know, I've taken a couple of minutes at least rest. 8 would be good, let's say that. You never know after a heavy single though, sometimes it just unlocks some hidden demon power. Well, we'll see now. Yeah, 8 is good. Did not have more, did not have less. I love the poetic language that just comes out of me right now. It's so funny. I can't even control it. Self again, not me. I'm not talking to myself now. It's very confusing when I have these or spiritual insights about how we're all connected. You know, we have a self, but we're many selves in the same. You know, we're like many tentacles of the same octopus, and then someone calls themselves self and shows up in the chat. So funny, bro. You said something there. Let's see. Self says, I just heard from one trainer, for example, I can do 100 kilo bench. I should do 60 to 70% of this weight. Does this make sense? You could do anything between 60 and 90%, bro. Like you, I don't know, and depending on your goals, but I would guess just get jacked and stronger. Probably keep it in the 5 to 15 rep range, close enough to failure. I personally would, you know, stick 5 to 10 rep range for the most part for you. You think, again, is a rep range versus the intensity versus the amount of sets, it's all this, you know. So 60 to 70%, that could work, but that sounds like you're gonna be on a bit of the higher end of the reps, almost up to 15, you know. So maybe 80% is actually a good, if I'm gonna give you 1% percentage like that. I see this question, what's your favorite cheat meal, if any? I never cheat my body out of anything, you know. Like, if I eat something that's outside of my diet, it's purely a pragmatic solution that is not the cheat. It is the best choice in the moment. So I never eat hyper-processed candy, junk food, chips. I've been at parties so many times, I see the, you know, chips standing there. I just view them as that's the other people's treat. It's not even for me. Like, and seed oils. You know, in a sense, if I allow myself to eat something that contains ultra-processed vegetable seed oils, then I am cheating in a sense, because that's like my final rule of not eating. But they can be, you know, if what am I gonna do if I'm like traveling and I really need energy and there's nothing that doesn't contain at least a little bit of seed oil available? What would I do? Maybe I would eat it then, but then it's still not a cheat, you know, however little I would want to eat that. So there is no favorite cheat meal. No. And when I cheat, when I have a, you know, chocolate cookie, I baked this chocolate cake for my birthday, But I just did it as good as possible with the honey for sweetness, and it's all good stuff in there. Then dark chocolate, butter, I have cream, I have berries with it. It's like, it's just healthy when it's just on a given day. It's just an energy boost. Now I can train harder tomorrow. If I were to eat that every day, then it's a cheat. Do you understand? So it becomes a bigger question for me. I understand it on too deep of a level. I don't think of it. I have a completely different way of it. Now I get to cheat or something. I never cheat. It's never cheat that I do. I always optimize and make the best decision nutrition-wise, and I don't divide foods into cheat foods. They are a cheat food dependent entirely on the situation there. So it's nothing wrong with it. In my tone, I'm just ranting with passion about it. I'm just telling you the way I view it. That's my answer to your question, So it was a good question still. It's nothing wrong with the question. Want to be clear, because I know how I can come off to some people. Be an individual. Theodore, do you work your side delts with high rep raises primarily, or are you doing primarily presses? So my shoulders, my philosophy about aesthetic shoulders is that the mid delt is so extremely important, because all bros, they do pressing at the front, and that will build the front delts, and all bros do some rows, and that will build rear delts. The middle gets a little left out. So yes, I've done a bunch of side lateral variations with dumbbells, but I love with cables too, with some attachment so you don't even have to hold them and pull like that. Bigger stretch, more constant tension. I like upright rows. Feel them out. People think they are a dangerous exercise. They are not if your shoulders are healthy. But don't be dumb. If you feel impingement, try a wider grip, or stay off it until it feels better. Be smart about that. But so when I started doing more shoulder pressing, actual shoulder pressing, because vertical pressing, I basically paused for almost 2 years, just doing it here and there. And now when I progressed more, I can tell that my front delta was not bad, but it has developed more here. But if you see the roundness here, it's all the fucking mid delt that makes you wider like that. So that would be my thing. If you progress your presses and have a vertical press in there, and if you progress your rows and have something that's really focused on the rear delts, that's not only pulling here, but actually kind of like that, with a rope to face pull variations, reverse flies with cables I love for rear delts, and then we have the mid delts with all the lateral raise variations and upright row variations. I do many different variations of all of these. Lying down in the seated row machine with some attachment and pulling like that. Beautiful, beautiful exercise. So yeah, I hope that answers your question about some shoulder training philosophy. Self answers. It tells a story about the name of the name. I created this channel a long time ago, and then your channel I just discovered 4 days ago, I think. Background was I just follow on this side channel only self-improvement channels, and YouTube algorithm provide other channels. Yeah, it's funny. It was just funny how the self appeared when all the selves are so clear to me right now. Shalom, Funnelbutt says, Shalom. Being in the, yes, I want the female humans to notice a wider shoulder aesthetic. I want the shoulder hip ratio, as the Greeks say. I don't know what you mean by that exactly. They just will. Bro, I'll tell you the story of being the ultimate Giga Chad, here at the end before I end the stream, because I'm done with the bench press. Yesterday, I've been out training with my bro in the outdoor gym, and I'm all oiled up, jacked and stacked, and testosterone is just oozing from me. I know, but by the way I feel, that my dopamine and testosterone is just sky high, and it makes sense with all my lifestyle that I do, and I am so much out in the sun too, and I can tell my sex drive is through the roof. I'm very challenged by God, tempted by all this women just drooling over me, and it was always the biggest cope I had. This was my biggest dream when I was looking to get laid all the time. But I just know, if I want, I know who the future mother of my children is. If I want her, and that's true, and I'm gonna trust in that will happen, the path that leads there just can't be where I just fuck a bunch of strange women again, like my old loser self did. But walking down yesterday to buy sushi, I have done now, to optimize again, it's a cheat in a sense, the sushi would be, Not that it's junk food, but it's not, I normally wouldn't buy like this, but it is the most optimal choice now when I don't have time. I just don't have time when I'm working, and my wife isn't here to help me out with the cooking yet. So yesterday, I've been cooking most of my food still, but yesterday I gave myself that, okay, I'll buy some sushi. It's decent food. I need my daily, like twice per week, I try to get some seafood instead of red meat, you know. So let's go for it. So I go down and I can just see people comment on me out loud to each other as I walk by. Like, look at that guy. Like, these kids are like, respect, bro, wow. Like, but, oh, it smells like steroids. I get comments like this, you know, just walking through the street. And it's Sweden, when people are very timid and almost never comment things like this to each other. And I come to the sushi store, and the two ladies there, they actually know me from before. And they like me already, but I can tell they are just like, you know, I want to use dirtier language here in a sense, but you know what I'm saying, you know. And so I'm coming in and like, I want a big sushi, and I just can't have the one on the menu that says big. I need more. And we discuss the options, and we conclude that the family sushi is the one for you. And I tell them, like, you know, as you may be able to tell, I train and move a lot, and you just have to eat so much when you don't eat that often, fasting, you know. And they're like, oh yeah, okay, I see. And then I just pay for it and tell them I have some other errands. I'll come back in 10 minutes. Yeah, and I go, and people keep smiling. The girls keep smiling at me everywhere I fucking go. And I go do my other errand, and I come back. And when I go get the food, they're like, yeah, you need to eat a lot, you know. And like, yeah, many people want to have body like you. And I'm like, you think so? And they're like, yes, very, very nice, very beautiful. So I love getting the female validation. I realized it's my biggest thing. Females can validate me in a way that males can't, because of course they have actually the ability to be sexually attracted to me like that. Of course it means more. I like getting the bros nice pump, you know, too, but it's a completely different thing. And so I realized, the lust, we feel, that's the animal part that connects that, you know, when we feel the attraction or get that vibe with you know, the opposite sex. But it's really not sex that I need with them, right? Because I don't want to be with them like that. It's really, but if I can get the validation that they actually just tell me that, wow, you're a beautiful man, Theo, then I can be like, that feels good to me. I'm attractive to this woman. I love giving women too, because I've realized now how men always try to push things on females, even like nice, better men. To some extent, we try to sometimes to push something on them. And we want something from them, you know. And when you can just tell a woman that, wow, you built a really beautiful body here in the gym, I see the hard work you've done, you're very beautiful, and you mean nothing more, you're not saying this to get anything out of it, the women appreciate it so much, bros. So try, if I give some advice on approaching females and how to, you know, resonate better with the feminine, it's be very unselfish. Be very unselfish. Think, what can I do that's best for them? Not that's best for them in order for me to get what I want from them. What can I do that's best for them? And you will get so much back from the feminine. That's my concluding story here. Don't forget to hit that like. Jody says, thank you. And Be an Individual says, I definitely want to wife a girl, not get laid so much as more hugs. I'll say this as my final lesson. How I know that human beings are supposed to be together, get married like this. How I know that is because I've learned through my own experience that no one can trigger me like the woman I love, you know. And it's because I feel like it's the most dangerous to me that I would lose her. You know, I felt the triggering. When you're a weaker person, you feel it more in maybe even friendship relationships and definitely with your family. But I'm telling you, the romantic partner is always going to be the most triggering to you because it is the most important person to you. And when this, you know, thinking that we're like animals, we should just fuck around, reproduce, spread our seed, that's when you live as a human animal, not a human being, you know. A human being, it's clear that the signs are even there in nature with how the trauma that can get triggered, how strong it can get triggered, specifically in the romantic relationship, you guys. That's what I'm telling you. I celebrated 3 years of celibacy voluntarily recently. I'm getting more tempted and tried by Satan. I said my God earlier, but it's of course Satan that tempts me. And I mean, I show myself if I'm worthy to God by not going with it. But yeah, guys, I'm telling you, it's the truth. G, if you ever watch this stream, you're the 100% Volcel. The one guy I know that's still a virgin at just a few years younger than me, who isn't, some incels would want to call themselves Volcels because it sounds better. That I don't want to sleep with girls than I can't, because that's more pathetic. Even more pathetic than sleeping with a lot of girls is wanting to and not being able to, The Chad way is to be able to sleep with almost any fucking girl you want to, but still choose to wait for your true woman there. Yeah, and so G, if you're watching the stream, if you will be watching the stream, since you're the only one I know that's actually a Volcel at like 26, 27 years of age, you're gonna get so rewarded, bro. I can't even imagine. Yeah, I know no luckier man in that regard. The romantic department, if you stay on the path, you will be so rewarded, bro. Okay, guys, that's it for today's stream. Thank you. I think it was a good one. Please comment afterwards too. Push the algorithm. Just drop any comment like the appreciation, thumbs up, whatever. Please like, please subscribe, all that shit, guys. I will see you later. Peace.